Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Homestead Hyundai for providing with the Hyundai Palisade. If you're in the market for a Hyundai, you can come check out Homestead Hyundai and ask for Nelson. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the Palisade. This is the calligraphy model, so this is the top model here in the Palisade lineup. As you guys can see, I love the exterior styling, and this grille here looks super impressive. There's the Hyundai emblem front and center. That's also the front facing camera, because my model, like I mentioned, is a calligraphy model, so this thing is fully loaded here. There's also front parking sensors here. Looking at these headlights here, they're full LED with the LED turn signal, and this is the daytime run light, which is right here, and this is the headlights here. So everything is going to use a split module here. And there's this fake vent here. I thought this was functional, but it's fake. Like I mentioned, everything is a full LED because this is a fully loaded calligraphy model here, which I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about the exterior styling. The wheelbase here for the Palisade is at 114.2 inches with an overall length of 196.8. But looking at these tires and wheels here, I think these are some nice rim designs here, in my opinion. These are a 245/50 Bridgestone tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. I like the turbine-like finish here. Really nice rim design. Hyundai and Genesis and Kia know how to do some really nice rim designs here. But there's this LED sight marker here, and my model, like I mentioned, is fully loaded, so it does come with that 360-degree camera. And up top there is this panoramic sunroof here, but it's not connected. As you guys can see, it's separated. There's also these aerodynamic roof rails here. But making our way to the rear here of the Hyundai Palisade here, looking at these taillights here, they're full LED with an LED turn signal, brake light, and reverse lights here. That's the Palisade name, which is spelled out, which looks really nice. There's the Hyundai emblem, and there's also this rear wiper here to keep that rear glass clean. And there's the third brake light up top with that shark fin antenna. And this does have all-wheel drive, but they call it Ace Track. But looking down here, there's this aluminum painted bumper here with dual tip exhaust, as you guys can see right there. There's also rear parking sensors. But open up the cargo bag here. Does also have a power opening tailgate here. As you guys see, it opens up to reveal 18 cubic feet of space. And underneath here is going to be additional underfloor storage with the tonneau cover. So once you have the third row folded down, you can put the tonneau cover so you can basically keep your items protected. And my model does have the Harman Kardon sound system. And this is how you fold down the third row. Just press that button there. And once you do that, that expands the cargo to 45.8 cubic feet of space. And once you fold down everything, it expands the cargo to 86.8. So really good cubic feet of space back here in the Palisade. Sitting inside the interior of the Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy here, looking at this interior here, this interior looks really nice, but I wish my model did have a different color combination instead of the black interior. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Palisade, and starting up the Palisade, just put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. And you guys are greeted by these large screens here. This is a 12.3-inch display, and this is a 10.25-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as you guys can see right there. But looking at the door panel materials here, going to be a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. There is this aluminum accented door handle here. There's two-person memory seat with this gloss black trim here. I love the diamond quilted stitching here on the door panel. It is auto up, auto down, only for the driver and passenger, but not for the rest of the windows, which I'm very surprised to see. There's your lock and mirror controls here. It's gonna be a nice padded area here to rest your elbows. There's some nice stitching. And my model does have the Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds pretty good once you're banging your favorite tunes here. But looking down here, gonna be additional storage and cup holder space. Surprisingly, it's not lined with felt here in the actual door pocket. There's your dimmer switch here with your blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, your traction control, your trunk release, and electronic parking brake. And this is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. I'm surprised that Hyundai didn't go with a power tilt and telescoping wheel, since this is the top model and the Palisade lineup. There's paddle shifters here. Over here is for the volume and voice control. There's the headlight and turn signal stock there. If I were to signal left or right here, you guys are greeted by this blind view camera, which is really nice technology. And over here is the wind wiper. There is some aluminum painted trim here at the lower part of the steering wheel. There's the Hyundai emblem here on the airbag cover. And over here is for the driver's assistance, which includes lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control with forward collision warning. So all the driver's assistance that you guys would like in a modern day SUV here. But to customize this 12.3-inch display here, press this button here. You can also show your compass, your fuel economy. You can customize this to your liking. But looking at the materials here on the dash, can be a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. It looks very Mercedes-like in this interior because of the two large displays here. Of course, they're not connected, but it looks very Mercedes-Benz-like in this interior. But like I mentioned, this does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you guys can see, going here to the Google Maps, it takes up the whole entire screen. You can have that split function if you would like. So it'll take about 8 inches of the screen if you guys have that split function. But going back here and looking at the Hyundai head unit here, you guys are greeted by these blue icons here, which looks really nice. This is Hyundai's Blue Link infotainment system. So they've been updating this infotainment system for over the years. Going here to their navigation here, I'm sorry, go back. Going here to their map here, you guys can see they've been updating it over the years. Very snappy, very responsive. But most people are going to be using the Apple CarPlay or Waze. But going back here to the Apple CarPlay here, looking down here, there's your air vents, there's some shortcut buttons here, there's your hazard button, there's a volume and tune knob. This does have dual climate control, very nice knobs here. There's a row of buttons here. This is for the all-wheel drive system here. You can also lock the center diff. There's a sport mode here. It does change the gauges here, very bright red gauge, which looks really nice here. There's a smart mode, also a comfort mode, eco mode, and a snow mode. There's an auto hold. Putting the Palisade into reverse here, of course. Put your foot on the brake and press the R here for reverse. You're greeted by this top-down 360 view here. It does reveal trajectory with distance markers. There's front and rear parking sensors here. Click N to go into neutral and click D to go into drive. And of course, you press P for park. Looking down here, there's going to be some storage there with 2 USB ports there. There's also 3 level heated and cooled seats. There's a heated steering wheel function. This also has a hill descent control, parking sensors. You can also access the cameras via this button here. And that's your automatic start stop function there. Looking at the seats in here, very supportive, very comfortable. I love the diamond quilted stitching here that you get on the seats. Nice piping and nice stitching here. The headliner here is going to be a suede Alcantara. And unfortunately, this is going to be separated here, the panoramic sunroof. So this area here is going to be the only one that opens to let air into the cabin. Unfortunately, that does not open. But to open that, you can just pressing this button here, and it does open up the shade. Like I mentioned, it's a fixed glass, so unfortunately you cannot open it to let air back there. This is the only one that opens up here. It's going to be LED lights throughout the cabin here. Looking at the glove compartment here, it does reveal a lot of storage in there. And looking right here, there's going to be 2 cup holders. You press this button here so you can basically keep your cup to stay up instead of falling over. That's your wireless phone charger here. My iPhone 12 Pro Max fits in there just fine. Me personally, I wouldn't put a drink too close to the wireless phone charger because you don't want to short out the wireless phone charger. But you can close this back if you would like, if the cable wasn't in the way. But once you close that back, I love the brushed aluminum look here. More than nice stitching here. It's going to be padded here as well. Open up this, it does reveal a shallow amount of storage. It's also a 12 volt with a USB port in there as well with this removable tray. But overall, I'm very impressed with this interior. Very Genesis-like in this interior. Love the materials. Love the 2 screen layout here. Looks really nice. But overall, let's hop into the second and third row. Getting into the second and third row here, the Hyundai Palisade. As you guys can see here, the door opens at a really good angle. But getting back here, as you guys can see, my model does have these captain's chairs. They feel very plush and very comfortable. They also offer 3 level heated and cool seats. I just reviewed a Cadillac Escalade that didn't even offer cool seat, and that car was $100,000, which is very surprisingly to see that. But looking down here, Hyundai says you get around 42.4 inches of legroom. This will have the seat to drive. I have plenty of foot space underneath the driver's seat. There's 2 map pockets back here for storage. There's also the USB charging ports in the actual seat backs. And you can also put your phone in this little pocket here. So once it's charging, it'll be right there. And like I mentioned, there's also 3 level heated and cooled seats. That's your own set of climate controls back here. There's a 12 volt with a household outlet here. And the floor back here, it's flat back here, which is really nice. And you can slide the seat forward and back here via this handle underneath the seat here. So you can give the third row passenger a little bit more space. And you can recline the seat via this handle here. Looking at the door panel materials, a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's this manual sunshade here to block out the haters in the sun. There's that diamond quilted stitching here on the actual door panel. There's 2 cup holders. The switch gear feels really nice to touch. It's gonna be nice and padded here. There's also some really nice stitching here that you get here in the calligraphy model. And that's actual cup holder down here with the Palisade name in the actual door sill. You also get that diamond quilted stitching here on the seats. And my model does have this panoramic sunroof here, but it is a fixed glass. So unfortunately, this glass does not open. This is the only glass that opens, which is in the front. It's gonna be LED lights back here. And the air vents live up top with this suede Alcantara headliner. And there's this grab handle here. But I'm surprised that Hyundai didn't actually stitch it in leather. But getting into the third row really quickly here, you can access the third row via this handle here, the button down here, or you can press the button up here. Once you do that, the seat will tilt forward and slide just a little bit. Just push it out of its way. And as you guys can see, you're greeted by a lot of space to get into the third row. But getting back here really quickly, as you guys can see here, I'm gonna sit behind this seat here. As you guys can see, I do have a lot of headroom here, and mind you, I'm only 5'8", and I also have plenty of foot space underneath the seat here. And Hyundai says you get around 31.4 inches of legroom here in the third row. And they actually continued that nice pattern here with the diamond quilted stitching in the actual third row. So they didn't cheap out on the actual seating materials. They feel very plush and very comfortable as well. And there's this recline function here, so you can recline the third row to give you a little bit more space back here if you would like. There's also a USB charging port on this side as well, and I can recline my seat over here if I would like. And there's also 2 more cup holders. But overall, I'm very impressed with the actual space back here on the Hyundai Palisade. And like I mentioned, unfortunately, the sunroof here does not open. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy here. Open up the hood. This has Hyundai's one engine choice, which is a 3.8 liter V6. This does have GDI, which stands for gasoline direct injection. This makes 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. This is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As the Hyundai Calligraphy sits here, it weighs around 4,300 pounds because my model does come equipped with all-wheel drive. And keep in mind, all-wheel drive is an additional option. Fuel economy for this V6 is rated at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined. And as of this filming, Hyundai does not offer a plug-in variant or a hybrid model. So starting off in the 2022 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy here, this is a top trim in the Palisade lineup here. This has Hyundai's 3.8 liter V6 here. This does have GDI, which stands for gasoline direct injection. This makes 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Me personally, I wish Hyundai would offer a twin turbo V6 because I feel like this powertrain is underpowered. And even though this vehicle weighs around 4,300 pounds, so I would have gunned it now, I feel like it needs more power, honestly. I just feel like they should have went with a twin turbo V6, honestly. Something to offer a turbocharger or something, or electrification. They don't offer any plug-in variant or any hybrid model as of this filming. They only have one engine choice, which is this 3.8 liter V6 here. But foot is to the floor, nothing's happening. Then initially, it gets up to speed. So basically you have to rev this powertrain, which honestly, I don't like doing that to cars. I just feel like it should just basically, once you put your foot to the floor, of course, I know it's not electric, so it's not gonna be instantaneous, but this car needs a little bit more power or even a different powertrain. I'm gonna put it in sport mode here. I'm gonna leave the traction on. Keep in mind, this is front wheel drive. I'm gonna brake boost it. Oh, a little bit of wheel hop there. In sport mode, it got up to speed really quickly, but yeah, this is not gonna be a drag race or anything like that. This is not gonna, it's not like a Hellcat or anything like that. So it's not gonna be blowing the doors off of any other car. Probably in the segment, it's a little fast, but let's try the paddle shifters here. This is second gear. It's kind of responsive. I'm not dissing this powertrain, but the powertrain needs horsepower and torque increase. It definitely needs that because, like I mentioned, it gets up to speed really good, but once you put your foot down, it doesn't do anything, honestly. It's like a lag, basically. But like I mentioned, this powertrain is durable. This is the same powertrain that's sampled in the Kia Telluride. So basically, they're doing some part sharing with the twins. But let's put it into its normal, its comfort mode here. And let's just basically cruise here at 40 miles per hour. And once you put the vehicle in this comfort mode, it feels really soft in here. I don't hear any wind noise, even though this vehicle does have a tall profile height. I love the materials in here with the suede Alcantara headliner, great visibility. This also has that blind view camera, so if I were to signal left or right, it will show you what's in your blind spot, which is really good technology. This also has forward collision warning with lane keep assist, or like I mentioned, with blind spot monitoring. So really good driver's assistance here. Fuel economy for this powertrain is rated at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined. So it's pretty decent. Some of the other competitors, like the Toyota Highlander, will offer a a hybrid model, which gets over 40 miles to the gallon, which is really good here for a 3-row SUV. Like I mentioned, Hyundai is dropping the ball when it comes to the powertrain aspect because they need to keep up with the other competitors in this segment. But this powertrain is really good. It's the biggest powertrain out of the segment. This is a 3.8 liter. Some of the other competitors offers a 3.5 liter V6. Damn. Ugly ass police. He about to hit me. What the hell was that about? Yeah. Dummy. Anyway, The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, they're 3-level heated and cooled seats. They feel really comfortable, especially if you guys were trying to take this vehicle on a long road trip, or you make this a family vehicle. Really comfortable seats. I love the screens in here. This is a 12.3-inch digital display. You can customize it like I showed you guys from the inside scene. And this is a 10.25 infotainment system here. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And as of right now, as you guys can hear, the engine is shut off. Really quiet. And you can hear some of the cars passing by, but you can barely hear them though. But once I put my foot on the gas here, it starts up very smooth. I tested out some other automatic start-stop systems. They're very jittery, very shaky. But this one, it didn't feel that way like some of the other competitors in the segment that I tested out do. But this cabin is very Genesis-like. If you guys are looking for a Genesis interior but don't want to spend the money on the Genesis, I think the Palisade Calligraphy here is a really good option. Starting price here for the Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy all-wheel drive is at $48,390 with the options and accessories including destination. The Hyundai Calligraphy with all-wheel drive here stickers for $50,335. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews and hit that subscribe button, and I see you all in the next video. The sun is gonna blind me, bro. Oh my God.